You guys, this cover is completely bonkers. They are doing everything instead of just saying that these two are no longer together. They keep showing us these images. They keep having Kate on her own, looking forward to her new life, downsizing, blah, 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 blah. What are they trying to tell us? Just straight up tell us that these two no longer live together. This is so completely insane. It's insane. Nobody ever wants to talk about how crazy it was that this broad just literally dropped out of public life for like 6 months. And I know that now she says she was sick, but these two, I mean, they're not together anymore. That was also what last year was about. Things were happening. When we see them together, they do not like each other. We have to agree on this. I mean, this is why the Sussexes also killed them. This is why the Sussexes also made them so jealous, because they truly love each other, and these two can't even be in the same house. Who is the fresh start for, really? Is it for Kate? Because it sure does look like it.
What if we told you that beneath the glossy veneer of royal romance, something seems off between William and Kate? Now let's not rush to conclusions. We're merely exploring a theory that's been circulating on social media lately. This theory comes to light thanks to TikToker Katie Fleefried, who recently dissected the latest Hello magazine cover featuring Kate Middleton hinting at a fresh start. But what does starting over really mean here? We've heard this phrase more than once, and it's beginning to raise eyebrows. If we look closely, this narrative seems less about a new beginning and more like a subtle indication that there might be some discord in the royal household. It begs the question, if Kate is starting over, then what is she starting over from? Is this just a royal euphemism for a more complex situation? So if Kate is starting over, we have to ask, starting over from what? It seems like the media outlets are constantly presenting a picture-perfect image of William and Kate's relationship. They're often portrayed as the epitome of marital bliss, a beacon of stability amidst the turbulent tides of royal life. But let's delve a little deeper, shall we? The media has a penchant for painting glossy narratives. Time and again we've seen headlines heralding fresh starts for the couple. A new chapter, a reset, a rebirth. These phrases are tossed around with such regularity, one might wonder if we're discussing a romance novel or a real-life relationship. What's particularly intriguing is how these fresh starts conveniently coincide with periods of intense public scrutiny or speculation. Are they strategic distractions, masterfully orchestrated by the PR machinery? Or are they genuine attempts at rebuilding and renewing? But the question we need to ask ourselves is this: why are there so many fresh starts? In a stable, harmonious relationship, is there a need for constant reinventions? And if so, what are they starting over from? The media is silent on these questions, preferring to bask in the glow of the couple's supposed new beginnings. The media's portrayal, however, is more than just a rosy narrative. It's a carefully crafted illusion, designed to veil the truth and project an image of regal perfection. It's a dance of shadows and light, where the uncomfortable realities are obscured and the favourable aspects are highlighted. Yet this glossy narrative has its cracks. There are moments when the reality peeks through, like rays of sun piercing through a cloudy sky. These moments, though fleeting, offer a glimpse into the truth that lies beneath the surface. But, as we've seen repeatedly, the media's narrative doesn't always align with reality. The fresh starts might be nothing more than a facade, a veil to shroud the real issues at hand. And as long as the media continues to gloss over these issues, we're left with a narrative that's as polished as it is deceptive. Behind the magazine covers and PR statements, a different narrative emerges. Let's strip away the glossy veneer and dive into the heart of the matter. We've been sold the idea of a fresh start repeatedly, but what we should be asking is, what's the fresh start from? It's a phrase that implies a departure from something, a move away from a past situation. In this case, the question that begs to be asked is, what are we not being told? Consider this. Isn't it peculiar how the media frames the narrative? In the midst of the concerted effort to present a united front, The subtleties speak volumes. The once inseparable couple now seem to be drifting apart, subtly but surely. The phrase out of sight, out of mind springs to mind. They're rarely seen together, and when they are, their interactions seem almost rehearsed, lacking the warmth and spontaneity they once had. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the PR statements. Public relations is all about image management, and these statements are no exception. They're crafted to present a specific narrative, often glossing over the less palatable aspects. But if you read between the lines, the signs of a growing distance are there, masked by the artful use of language. Take a closer look, peel back the layers, and you'll see that the story isn't as rosy as it's made out to be. The fresh start isn't a romantic new chapter, it's a polite euphemism for a relationship that seems to be unravelling. It's a narrative that's been carefully curated to maintain an image, to keep up appearances. So, while the press tries to spin it into some romantic new chapter, we are left wondering, what's the real story? Interestingly, the media's portrayal of Meghan and Harry seems to be a stark contrast. It's as if we're observing two completely different narratives playing out simultaneously, yet they're both being orchestrated by the same puppeteers. The media has a peculiar way of spinning stories, doesn't it? Let's delve into this a bit more. Meghan and Harry have been very clear about their intentions. They've been transparent about their struggles, their aspirations, and their commitment to the causes they hold dear. And yet, they've been met with relentless criticism. The media paints them as unstable, as if their honesty and outspokenness are signs of weakness or instability. But isn't it true that the strongest among us are those who can face their challenges head-on? Meanwhile, we have William and Kate, who are quietly drifting apart. Instead of being honest about their situation, they hide behind the glossy veneer of magazine covers and PR statements. Yet, the media spins this as a romantic new chapter. It's as if they're trying to make a fairy tale out of a situation that is anything but. It's fascinating how the media's portrayal of these two couples is almost a study in contrasts. On one hand, we have Meghan and Harry, who are being authentic and transparent, yet they're vilified. On the other, we have William and Kate, who are concealing the truth, yet they're romanticised. What's even more intriguing is that the media seems to have a vested interest in maintaining these narratives. It's almost as if they're trying to control how the public perceives these two couples. But the question is, why? What is it that they're trying to hide or distract us from? So when Meghan and Harry move forward with purpose, why are they painted as unstable, while William and Kate's distancing is romanticised? It's time we start questioning the narratives that the media feeds us and seek the truth for ourselves. No matter how much the truth is glossed over, it has a way of coming out. We've taken a critical look at the recent Hello magazine cover and the fresh start narrative surrounding William and Kate. We've questioned the inconsistencies, the recurring themes, the absence of what's real. It's not the first time the media has used the phrase starting over to soften a stark reality. We've also noted the stark contrast with Meghan and Harry's open and transparent approach and the unfair portrayal they receive. All the while, the media tries to romanticise William and Kate's increasingly distant relationship. Despite the smoke and mirrors, the truth inevitably seeps through. It could be a slip on a magazine cover or the keen observations of social media users like Catty Fly-Fried. The cracks are becoming too apparent to ignore. Starting over might just be the polite way of admitting what many already know. William and Kate are not living like a couple anymore.